Walmart and Costco also have lobbying groups. Okay? Maybe you shouldn't shop there or be an affiliate if you have a problem with lobbying groups. I don't like lobbying groups, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to go shop at Amazon or Walmart, you know. I got an Amex Platinum, so I get free Walmart Plus. So, and I like my Amazon Prime there. I can watch my BritBox, you know, and Thursday Night Football. You know, I have reasons, but just because I don't like lobbying groups doesn't mean I'm going to discount a service. Who cares if they got a lobbying group? A lot of places have lobbying groups. Okay, if you wanted to, if you don't like lobbying groups here, then that's too bad, you know. That is too bad because just about every group or organization has a lobbying group.
Out front of these offices, this is, in my opinion, the headquarters of the Illuminati, the headquarters of this cartel. They call themselves the Direct Selling Association. What they really are is the Multi-Level Marketing Association. And what is multi-level marketing? A fancy sounding word for pyramid schemes. Do you see the layers of deception here? You have an association, which is a massive, massive lobbying force on K Street in Washington, D.C. that spends millions and millions. Where's the button?
Billions and...
Do you know how many lobbying groups are in Washington, D.C.? There's about 3,000 or 4,000 different lobbying groups. So, okay. They have a lobbying group. And like I said before, a lot of organizations have lobbying groups.
Billions
of dollars.
This information is irrelevant.
Every single year to lobby politicians, lobby Congress, give political gifts and donations to politicians to protect their interests, making sure that the interference from the FTC is limited or non-existent. I've talked before about how there is a revolving door of FTC officials and the ML.
The game is the game. Yeah, sometimes you got to grease the wheels there, you know. The game is the game, Marco. That's how politics works. That's even how religion works. The game is the game. I mean, everyone greases the wheel, you know. It's like the WWE, Al Snow. Sometimes you got to give a little head, you know. So
MLM industry, oftentimes after people leave high positions in government, high-ranking positions in government, it is not uncommon to see them go on to become the paid board member of some MLM company or a paid consultant. What does a consultant mean for some 70, 80-year-old person who used to be in the FTC or used to be in Congress? Well, it means that you access their Rolodex of political connections so that if they ever get in hot water, they can call up and say, hey, FTC.
Yeah, he is right about that. But again, all irrelevant.
Joe, make sure you take it easy on these guys. Look the other way. That's all it is. It is well documented that 99% of annual MLM participants lose money. It is well documented and proven that the design of any MLM system, regardless of how deceptively they try and change it, you know, they have all these different ones. Oh, this is a binary plan. This is a unilevel plan. This is a forced matrix. It's all complete nonsense trying to divert your eyes away from what is the same thing at the heart of it, an endless chain recruiting pyramid scheme. And it's well documented the deception they use, even in the terms, like even getting into talking about it. We're the direct...
Yeah, I keep hearing this 99.7%. I guess, I mean, really, I've already described the number of losers that make up that 99.7%. The scam artists, the people like, again, I'm going to call her name out, Julie Anderson, that goes and recruits. I'm sorry, but, you know, you have people that simply scam people by doing this recruiting and does all that matrix stuff. And then you have people that do not have the chops in order to sell products. And I would like to point out that the AARP says 75%, you know. There's not just one study. What type of study that I have? I mean, like I said, the only thing I'll acknowledge is that the FTC says 99.7, but guess what? I still don't care, you know. I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm gonna keep pounding like good Carolina Panther, which Panthers are not doing very well right now, unfortunately. But I'm gonna keep pounding. Sometimes you're gonna be at the bottom, sometimes you're gonna be at the top. Sometimes like Bob Ciccarello says, sometimes you get the elevator, sometimes you get the shaft. But you gotta keep pounding, folks. Stop looking at numbers here, okay? Stop looking at percentages, All right? If I lived my life by percentages, I wouldn't have a business. I wouldn't have a collegiate education. I would not have money in the bank or anything like that, Don't be a sucker. Stop living your life by percentages. In fact, fuck the percentages, okay? Fuck 99.7, fuck 75, fuck 50, okay? I don't mean to use improper language or anything. Screw the numbers, okay? Screw the numbers.
Selling association. Well, direct selling doesn't exist. So what are you representing? Well, multi-level marketing. Okay, what is multi-level marketing? It's direct selling. Well, no, it's not, because direct selling doesn't exist. So what is multi-level marketing? They're pyramid schemes. That's what they are. They are commercial cults. I made a big mistake when I spoke at that conference in Washington, D.C., that MLM conference. I was sitting there in this room with economists and lawyers and attorney generals and FTC staff, and I made the mistake. And Robert graciously pointed out my error to me. I'll correct myself on this now. At the end of my speech, in trying to be very cooperative and careful with my words and delicate, I said, in reference to MLM, that this industry urgently needs better regulations or something.
Marco, the biggest mistake you made is showing up to begin with. They don't care. Who are you, Marco? You have no money. You have no power whatsoever. Okay? Remember what I said, folks. The game is the game, You have nothing for them to grease the wheels. They just brought you there like a little pet monkey in order to make themselves feel better, to make them look like you're doing it, like they're doing something. But they didn't listen to one word you said. Not one. They don't care about you. Your biggest mistake is showing up, so it didn't matter if you said anything. It doesn't matter if you pulled down your pants and showed your noodle to everyone. They didn't care. It's like the very ending of American Psycho. This story has absolutely no meaning to it.
Something like that. First of all, this industry that I was referring to is not an industry at all. There is nothing industrious going on. They don't make anything that is new or innovative that is changing the market or shift.
Again, that is irrelevant, Plain and simple. I mean, they've been making toothpaste for like 200 years, So what? I mean, it's irrelevant, You're talking about a consumable product, People are still going to need toothpaste and people are still going to need food. I mean, you can go and have Aunt Jemima's mix, or, oh, wait a minute, that's right. They changed it to some sort of sawmill company type stuff, The label may have changed. Sometimes the ingredients change, but, I can still make some damn good pancakes mix with it, pancakes with it, plain and simple.
Shifting the market demand for people who are buying products and services. It's repackaged goop and lotions and potions that you can already get for cheaper, for better quality, etc., etc., etc. And also, when I said
the words cheaper and better quality don't fit together exactly, If you want a high quality product, you have to pay a high price. If you want a cheap product, chances are you're going to get a, cheap price. Cheap goes with cheap, expensive goes with expensive, If I wanted a cheap steak, I can go down to Dollar Tree and get one of those dollar steaks. A dollar steak is not going to be the same as a delicious Wagyu Japanese A5 steak that I can get at Hal's Chop House for $100 and some. They're not the same. Steak isn't always steak there, But again, you can't have something cheap with high quality. It's either, high quality, high price, or cheap product, cheap price, Sorry for stumbling the words, but yeah. Oh well, let's continue.
tighter regulation. This is nonsense too, because what we are talking about is calculated deception and defrauding of people in mass by lying and fake flexing on Instagram and logical fallacies and confusing compensation plans. It doesn't need stricter regulation. It needs to die. Are we going to try and regulate murder and theft? It's completely ridiculous. And of course, the Direct Selling Association, they will say, we have very strict ethical standards and, we self-govern ourselves. Think about how insane that is.
Well, every religious organization does that. Every political organization does that. I mean, how many kids have been abused by the Catholic Church? They're still going to come with that motto no matter what, Plain and simple. The only ethical, I better not tell that joke. It would be unethical.
Imagine a coalition of murderers coming together and going, well, we're making sure that all these other murderers in our association, they murder the right way. And we're not going to call it murdering. We're going to call it life status changers. We have a great industry of people who change the life status of people from living to unliving. And just it's just fluff. It's just fucking slave mind matrix nonsense. To say we're going to regulate.
Boy, he would certainly hate those White House briefings there. All these organizations have fluff. Again, it's irrelevant because, simply put, Direct Selling Association, I don't like what they do. I don't like the fluff, and I don't like the lobbying. But again, the game is the game, It's irrelevant to what MLM is, and all it is going to be just a business model, It's not going to be inherently evil. MLM is not a pyramid scheme. Distributors like Julie Anderson run pyramid schemes and create pyramid schemes. MLM is just a business model. That's all it is.
Multi-level marketing is to already make several errors in that sentence. It's to suggest that you could regulate a scam that is inherently based on deception and fraud, and then also to refer to it as multi-level marketing affords it a status that it doesn't deserve. It makes it sound like it's a legitimate business or a legitimate form of marketing. Well, it's not. It's a pyramid scheme. Really, instead of saying we need to...
The only thing it is to you is a business model that you don't like, Again, a business model is not inherently evil, You want to know why? Because that same business model is used for real estate. It's also used to sell insurance. Those are multi-level marketing businesses, actually. They just don't call it that. Because people respect real estate companies or as much respect as you get, and they respect insurance companies. But those are multi-level marketing, groups, Plain and simple.
Regulate multi-level marketing. What we should be saying is...
And that, folks, is the reason why the FTC says some and not all. Because, there's real estate and insurance that operate on these business models. If you disagree with me, well, good luck buying a house or getting car insurance.
We need to ban pyramid schemes. I know there are people who think that banning multi-level marketing isn't going to do...
If you want to ban pyramid schemes, then stop being friends with people like Julie Anderson.
Do anything, because there's always going to be a scam. I think that's a ridiculous stance. There's always going to be murder too. Does that mean we shouldn't try to quell murder? Of course not. Ponzi schemes will probably always exist, but protecting an entire organization that is recognized as a legal, legitimate entity is completely ridiculous. The longer it goes on, the harder it is to stop that. Because they dig their claws in deeper every year. They will spend more money on lobbying. They will expand and reach their tentacles into other countries where regulators in those countries have to deal with, subsidiaries of Amway in that country, which doesn't have anything to do with the United States. That's why you see, by the way, other countries making decisions about multi-level marketing companies that aren't universal. It's why India classified Amway and its entire organization as a Ponzi scheme, but it didn't affect Amway.
It didn't affect Amway. Well, it didn't affect Amway, folks, because it's freaking India, Amway is still a U.S.-based company, plain and simple.
USA or Amway Canada.
By the way, folks, India is where my job at Verizon went to, so I really I can give two warm shits about India. I hate India because India has my job. They took my job. They took my job. Da, 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 da. A little South Park for you folks.
And so it's like everybody's left to fend for themselves. There is no organized group or fund or association to fight against multi-level marketing and any sort of established, there's no lobbyists fighting on behalf of anti-MLM. So we're in a very early stage of this right now, and it's sometimes feels like a mountain to climb because I know how many people still don't understand the nuances of this and what we are really up against and really talking about and how deep it goes and how sinister it is and the connections to the very top of the top echelons of society. Financially speaking, it is the biggest scam of all time. And when it comes to the way these companies operate as cults, the way you could have hundreds of thousands of people in one company, let alone the entire industry, we're talking about millions of people, tens of millions of people globally, 99% of them verifiably are not making any money. As a matter of fact, they are losing money. The fact that you could have these people showing a religious level of devotion to their multi-level marketing company is evidence that not
Again, religious devotion is irrelevant. There's a guy out there that's eating a Big Mac every single day for like 50 years. Again, it's irrelevant. Big deal. I mean, do I worship anything? No. Except good Lord, There's nothing wrong with having a religion towards something, whether it's Buddhism or so forth. Now, I will agree with Marco that some of these network marketing companies, some of these distributors, use religion to sell products, and that is just wrong. It is sick and it's disgusting to use religion to sell products and to do that recruiting pyramid scheme crap.
Not only is MLM the biggest financial scam of all time, it is also the biggest destructive cult of all time. People talk about Scientology, and there's all these documentaries about Scientology was so crazy and Jonestown and all these, oh wow, that's an insane story. No, this is an insane story. And I really think it might take like a few generations. Maybe I'll be an 80-year-old man on the hologram TV news being like, I told you. People are going to look back and be like, God damn, there was millions of people in this? Millions of people thought that if they recruited 5 people who recruited 5 people who recruited 5 people, they'd be a millionaire? So we have reasoned, just using our brains, using common sense and what we know about the world, that the idea that MLM is direct selling is complete nonsense. And we've gone one level deeper, multi-level deeper, and realized that even the term multi-level marketing is a deception. So not only is multi-level marketing not direct selling, multi-level marketing is not even multi-level marketing, this made-up term that the industry, which is not even an industry, has used to try to legitimize what they do. What they do is pyramid scheme scamming. Multi-level marketing means pyramid scheme.
And folks, that's going to be the end of the video. If Marco, again, believes that multi-level marketing is a pyramid scheme, good luck in buying a house. Good luck in getting any type of insurance here. MLM is just a business model. That's always what it's going to be, I fully respect Marco as far as to the work that he does, but by far this is probably the most cynical video that I've ever seen that he's ever made. And, the fact that he's now endorsing Amazon affiliate links, that definitely is not going to work. You talk about 99.7, about 100% of people that go and take Marco's advice on making money is going to lose. Plain and simple. Marco, if you want to give out business advice, you should learn how to run a business to begin with, and you need to learn the nuances. And the fact of the matter is that Amazon, Walmart, and all these other big major companies, they are major companies and they sell a lot of products, you know, but they don't run the world, you know, plain and simple. If that was the case, then every small business should give up. I should give up, you know, plain and simple. Marco didn't just attack MLM. He attacked pretty much small businesses, you know, plain and simple, you know. So folks, again, MLM is a business model. You know, if Marco really wanted to clean things up, stop going after the companies. Go after these distributors that do these pyramid schemes here, you know. Like, again, your friend Julie, you know, who, you know, the brainwashing thing, no. Start accepting personal responsibility, folks, okay? Plain and simple. That's if you're going to join an MLM. But again, you know, the whole thing is really nil with me because, as I've stated before, there's not any MLM group out there that I've found that's going to be a viable business for those reasons. But again, I'm not going to give up on MLM because I got to buy a house, you know, I got to have insurance, you know. Without MLM, you can't buy a house, you can't get insurance, period. It's a business model. That's all it's ever going to be, you know, plain and simple. Go after distributors, go after the people that are doing these pyramid schemes, okay? This is why you got in trouble for. This is why these people are chasing you for. You decided to go after these companies. And they came back on you there, you know. And as far as lobbying groups are concerned, everybody greases the wheels here, unfortunately. That's why I don't like lobbying groups, but that doesn't mean that, you know, that I don't keep trying there, you know. That doesn't mean that I just give up on something because it has a lobbying group. If I did that, no Amazon, no Walmart, you know, no Costco. I actually go to Sam's Club, but no Costco. When you mention lobbying groups there, you know, you got to also put Amazon, that thing that you were endorsing, those affiliate links, in the same boat there with lobbying groups, okay? But folks, don't take Marco's advice on running a business. He knows jack shit about businesses. Like I said, I like the guy, but, you know, he should not be giving out any business advice. But that's all for today. I know it's a long video, but I would suggest, you know, going into bits and pieces, you know, watch 10 minutes, then take a commercial break, watch another 10 minutes, get a commercial break. That's only if you have regular YouTube. If you have YouTube Premium, you can watch this video in its entirety without no commercials, you know. Just make sure you get some popcorn, yep. Get your popcorn ready like Terrell Owens. But I'm out of here. You guys take care. All right, folks, welcome to the Soul Pose Saturday. And once again, it's me. It's that VINCE. I hope everybody's doing all right today. I figured that I'd run the premiere video, you know, on the wait time for starting soon. So you guys can go to the Home Business King channel and y'all can check out the video in its entirety. It is about an hour long, but it's very informative. Like I said, folks, I have two channels. This is my Mints channel. That one is my business channel. So how's everyone doing today? Y'all doing all right? As you can tell, I've been quite busy today. I was going to start the show at 2 p.m., but I got a job interview. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of job interviews until the end of the year, because I'm trying to land on one of these big companies. Hey, Corey, what's up? Armansky, you're going to have to post the comment again because it looks like it was retracted. I'm not sure what your question was. But we are going to go over a couple of things today. This is mainly a Q&A as always. So feel free to ask any questions, And folks, if you wish to make a donation, help to support the great one, I'll be more than happy to take your money. So right now, if you want to know what I'm drinking, and if you want to know what I'm drinking water today because after the job interview, I'm gonna hit the gym and take care of a couple of other projects. And of course, my websites are still running as far as the help desk is concerned until 3 o'clock p.m. because I run the business from 9 a.m. till 3 o'clock p.m. But we're going to cover Frank Tufano's new video that he released just an hour ago. Hey, that guy, what's up? Hey, Lamar, hope you're doing well. So I'm going to go ahead and get this video out of the way. The rest of the show is going to be Q&A. Now, apparently, Frank has released some sort of nutcase video. So it'll be interesting to actually see what he's talking about. I've not watched it yet, but let's take a look and see what we got here.
Does it? You guys keep asking me why I don't have a girlfriend, why I'm not married, why I don't have any... Because I got these people at my...
He spent $30,000 for those eyes. Look, one eye is bigger than the other one. They really fucked up his surgery.
Throat every day of my life. And I've been copied for years now on a global scale. My ideas being portrayed by shills at maximum popularity. Started with Rat Boy, then Liver King, probably a few dozen similar people, all the animal-based monkeys, a lot of the carnivore grass-fed dieters. And now this guy, Jake Levy, with the way better.
I know him. Now, previously, Frank made a video, a psychopath-type video about these Way Better bars, saying that there was a recall. I went ahead and checked. Pugman also checked. I couldn't find any recall videos here whatsoever on this bar.
Better bar, but this guy copied me. So
he had surgery. He spent $30,000, but yeah, his eyes look weird. They looked all messed up.
Obviously,
looking big boy. How much tren you running?
Lamar Thompson with a donation. I'm not running any tren. I'm just taking 50 milligrams of testosterone cypionate once a week. A very low dose of testosterone, and it's really done wonders for me. But I certainly do want to thank you for the donation.
it's comical. I couldn't help but laugh. It was so
yeah, he had some eye surgery.
Completely ridiculous what this guy did. Basically, I created the best bar a few years ago, very unique formula, and this guy copied the exact formula, flavors, and a similar marketing campaign. He has Way Better bar, using the word better, which is comparable to the word best. And he could have at least used an alias when placing the 5 orders on my business this year to test.
Well, why does he? You don't have a patent on whey bars, you know.
My bar recipe, I mean, it would have been.
He really does, doesn't he?
You know.
I mean, technically, whenever you have surgery like that, in a month's time, things do get a little bit better, but I don't think his eyes are going to turn out the way he wants them.
A better court case. Speaking of court cases, I had the script written up, but then his lawyer sent me a cease and desist letter, which is, again, completely comical because this is how the secret society, evil, demonic degenerates operate. They steal your idea. You're already censored through their control of the media. They harass you, they censor you, they shadow ban you. After he steals my idea, he makes hundreds of thousands of dollars selling my bar at twice the price I sell it for because people actually see his social media content because he's not shadow banned. And then what? When I called him out, he has...
If you were shadow banned, you wouldn't have 103,000 subscribers. I would kill for that many subscribers, you know?
His lawyers send me a cease and desist. And what? I'm supposed to participate in your secret society-owned court system where you have all the lawyers and the judges in your pocket? It's completely disgusting. Maybe you guys can let Giannuzzi and Lewandin know on their Google reviews, what happens when they represent secret society thieves and liars. I think both you and your thief client should join the 40 Thieves. Hey, I'm sure they got more than 2 spots available. Maybe you can include your parents too. And also, I think you guys got the incorrect
That's not cool.
email you sent it.
His eyes look fucked up.
Lamar with another $2 donation. Yes, his eyes are totally messed up. Basically, he's adding European traits to, he's Italian. So when you add that into the mix, yeah, you're gonna look like shit, And Frank doesn't seem to realize that, That's why I hate cosmetic surgery. It's just a waste of money, and it usually in most cases it makes you look worse. I mean, I think he's had nose surgery, he's had this, he's had that. And people who have continuous cosmetic surgery, they'll never be satisfied,
This to my meat company, which is not really affiliated with my personal statements on my social media pages.
But again, thanks for the donation.
Yeah, it's funny. These judges and lawyers act as if my amendment rights don't exist, particularly the First and Seventh Amendment. But those amendments haven't proven me much worse than my legal issues. But back to the topic at hand. It's so ridiculous, dude. It's so ridiculous. On his profile, he put that he created the cleanest protein bar ever. Now, the definition of create is to, bring something in.
Now, why did that not come up here? Hang tight, I didn't get that message here. Oh, now I know why. It also didn't say anything. It must have been the... give me just a second. Well, that's what happens when you do things live. And because I'm using the Opera browser, it actually just cut out on me. Bear with me just a minute. Lamar Thompson is that nigga, remember that, took the drink out. I wish that did play out there. I like Lamar. Lamar, you going to be streaming this afternoon? Just let me know. I mean, I'll be doing the interview in the gym, but, I always got my cell phone. I always like checking out your content there. But again, thanks for the donation.
Into existence. And this guy is obviously some type of two-faced demonic shill that will say anything for money. These people have controlled the world for thousands and thousands of years, right? How come they're stealing my ideas? Haven't you guys... figured a few things out on your own? Don't you have this recipe somewhere in your list of buried in the Smithsonian somewhere? Or are you guys too busy stealing money from people and mutilating children's genitals? And it's completely crazy to me that this guy copied the exact formula, exact flavors, berry vanilla chocolate, and just ripped off the entire idea. He purposely did it. They wanted me to respond to this in this way. That's the only thing I can think. This was an intentional and malicious act.
They didn't want to. They don't care. You don't have a patent. You don't have anything as far as that bar is concerned. Who cares? Always protect your neck, Wu-Tang.
Act to harass me. But then when I did call him out, he blocked me on all social media, and his lawyer sent me a cease and desist. But I don't know. It doesn't make inside. It said, Frank, they obviously want you to respond to this, but what am I supposed to do? I'm watching this kid make hundreds of thousands of dollars. How is this even allowed? It's completely insane. But that George,
I have no clue. as to where he's at. He's obviously not at his house. Yeah.
Carlin quote came to mind.
You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear.
So this guy Jake is obviously in the club. And I refer to them as that and the elite. I can't name them, otherwise the video would just be taken down. And these people think they own everything. They don't believe that you or me as small business owners should be allowed to make money, allowed to operate businesses in their world. So they shadow ban me, they censor me, they steal my exact ideas, they try to ruin me with lawsuits, they ruin my personal and family life. I'm surprised I've even made it out with my businesses. And on top of it, they make millions, if not billions of dollars off my ideas without anyone finding out who I am. If I was born into that with my creativity,
Oh God, I hate Panera Bread. It's a crappy company.
I would have been a billionaire already. Without a doubt, 100% would have been a billionaire. And this is nothing short of absolutely disgusting. I can't imagine doing this to someone else. You know, I brought a very unique idea to market several years ago, as with many other products, but I'm not in the club, so I haven't gotten rich off of my dozens of $1 million ideas. And before you guys say I should patent my idea, I remember looking into it.
Do you guys notice that every time something happens to Frank, he blames the Illuminati and the elite? I doubt that this character is even in any type of elite, you know. In order to be in the elite, you have to be part of the 1%, you know, making billions of dollars. Not a millionaire, a billionaire.
You can't actually patent like ingredient mixes. It has to be something like, then someone would have a patent on pizza, you know, mixing flour, tomato sauce, and cheese. Plus it costs up to like $10,000 to get a lawyer to file a patent, which I couldn't afford. I haven't made much money off of these bars.
Why is that not saying anything? Lamar with a $3 donation. He looks like a ho-ho, like someone's mom in New Jersey. What a cock. He looks like Ben S, except more handsome for an ugly bitch. It's all the surgeries. He's messing up his true ethics of being a Italian. He's an Italian. Italians look all right, you know. I got a lot of Italian friends here, you know. He just needs to quit doing the surgeries. But again, thanks for the donation there.
You could trademark it, but that's just for the name. It's not really that important. So it's, legally speaking, you know, if I patented all my recipes on my business, I couldn't even afford to. I would be broke. And these people would be instantly canceled if everyone knew what was going on. The whole situation is so ridiculous, he shouldn't be allowed to do it. But they control all of the media platforms. And with stuff like this, you can see how easy it is for them to rewrite history. Me, who's been doing this for 7, 8 years on YouTube, who's probably helped more people legitimately than anyone else, and I will put my nutritional knowledge up against any doctor, anyone that has ever existed in that I know on this planet right now. And that's not an exaggeration. You know, through what I've been through, the nutritional research, the liver damage, I've never seen anyone produce anything close to the content that I'm producing in pertaining to health. And some random kid comes around, steals my idea, and it's like I don't exist. It's completely crazy. And someone actually left a comment of what's probably going to happen. And it's what's happened with every one of my interactions with these people who think they are above everyone else. He's protected. They own everything. They'll just get the negative reviews removed, taken down. It sucks, buddy. And as much as that's...
I mean, I looked up this person. He seems like an ordinary guy. I mean, he's definitely not part of the elite. Or whatever the hell he's talking about.
Probably true. The only thing I can do is expose these people as much as possible through the platforms that I have access to. That's the only thing I can do. I told you guys, the court system, they own everything. The only way is to publicly let as many people know what they're doing to you, and then sometimes they back off a little bit because they're not allowed to just do whatever they want, believe it or not. And I started my journey to help as many people as possible, so that's my focus. I didn't even want to make this video. I didn't want to talk about this guy. Am I supposed to spend every second exposing these people harassing me every week, stealing my ideas and pretending to have the same intention when their only goal is to steal money from people and their greed? He could have come up with his own idea, a recipe, or something really easy. Instead, as I said, he decided to maliciously take advantage of a legitimate small business while pretending to be one himself. He made up this whole story. Oh, I dropped out of school and put all my savings into starting this bar company. No, you're a secret society shill using the money that your family has made off of taking advantage of people for generations and generations, and you're pretending to be a legitimate.
He's always been wearing lip gloss. Sometimes he actually wears makeup, Lamar. He sometimes actually wears makeup.
Small business. And this needs to be exposed more. There's a lot of these elite-owned companies pretending to be one guy owning a small business, yet their popularity and views and sales are high because the owners of the media companies are funneling themselves as they are in the club. I mean, the other people that copy me, it was pretty obvious because I was the first person talking about stuff like that, and then they started talking about it. But since no one really knew about my channel, it's really, who brings it to the most amount of people as quickly as possible, and then people know that person, despite me having it for years and years before. But hey, when these people leave this planet and they end up upside down on a cross, being whipped by some goat-faced demon, for God knows.
Where the hell does he get this stuff from? Literally, where does he get this stuff from? Sat down on a cross.
Maybe it will get them to reconsider their actions in the next life they have. But hey, Jake Levy, maybe now you can afford to pay for those pretty boys that want to play with me for free, And who knows? Maybe if you steal more of my ideas and make enough money, I'll let you suck my long fucking dick, right? Fucking weirdo freak.
And once again, a very minty video from Beef Boy. Folks, there's no such thing as a patent on a whey protein bar or anything like that. I mean, if you were so concerned about your product, you would put a patent behind it. And a patent doesn't cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, you jackass, Filing a copyright patent is what, not even $100, And this Jake, and, the thing about Frank, the reason why no one ever takes him seriously is because he says weird things like that. Illuminati, hanging someone upside down on a cross and whipping them with goat-faced demons. Where does he get this stuff from? Crazy. But that's the only video we're reviewing today. The rest of it is Q&A, so go ahead and ask me anything. We got 30 minutes left, so get your questions in. If you wish to make a donation, you certainly can, but be sure to smash that like button. But yeah, it's all the surgeries, I mean, he still has about a month of healing for those eyes, but they're not going to. He's not going to. He's going to look probably even worse, And the reason being is because he's Italian and he's adding European English features to his face, so he is going to look like a weirdo. I've been to Miami before, but I didn't stick around and see the sights too much because I was on business. I don't really go to gay bars anymore, Corey. I mean, I'm 46 years old. Whenever I walk into one, most of those are populated by 20 or 30-year-olds. So it's pointless for me to actually go into one of those places. I mean, it's not like I won't in the future or anything. Uh, but I'm long past going into clubs as a whole. You guys see where I go to. I went to Hal's Chop House, have a nice drink and everything like that. I just rather go to bars and steakhouses and stuff and just hang out with friends either. Well, now I can have them over at my new home because I got that nice little couch and everything. And, you know, uh, and just do other things. I mean, I'm 46. I've moved on from clubs. I had a lot of fun at clubs, but, when it's over, folks. And for me, for the most part, it's over. I'm a jock, Corey, you know, because of the amount of muscle I have. I'm a jock. I was a twink for a short period of time, but now I'm a jock. Yeah, Pug Man hanging by the balls here. Pug Man, you would really like House Chop House. They have a Japanese A5 Wagyu steak. I've not had it in over a year because it's quite expensive. But it's really good. If you guys have had real Wagyu, I'm not talking about the one at Arby's or these other cheap restaurants that you get the stuff from. I'm not talking about an American Wagyu doesn't hold a candle to Japanese Wagyu. I mean, I got an American Wagyu steak in my refrigerator that I'm going to have on Sunday with a baked potato. That's what I usually do. It's still a good steak, but it doesn't hold a candle to Japanese Wagyu. And like I said, Hal will serve an A5 one. Yes, if I go out, I mainly go to restaurants. I'll go to the Swordfish Club. Just regular bars because, the people that's going to be there, that guy is going to be people my age. I wouldn't call it counterfeit Wagyu, Pugman. I would just call it, I wouldn't even call it Wagyu. I would just call it a premium Angus beef. Oh boy. I mean, the next best place is going to be Roof Chris, but they don't serve Japanese Wagyu. But it's still pretty good. I mean, that's all I need is a steak, potato, baked potato, dry, like Sean Ray likes it, and like a stiff drink. And I'm happy. Or if I'm having a burger and some beer. Good old-fashioned American food, folks. American food. My cousin's hit rock bottom. He has hit rock bottom. Talking about 10-year-olds here. You notice I've not been in his chat. It'll be a long time before I go back in his chat. I don't even want to talk to him. I really don't. I'm highly upset as far as to, his comments. It's just bad. PDF files, what are you referring to, Pugman? I'm not sure what that means. Well, he didn't say he was going to smash a 10-year-old girl. He pretty much tried to hypothesize why one would have sex with one, And it's not about it. What he doesn't get is not a matter of mental capacity. It's just the physique of a 10-year-old, They're not developed yet, physically. A 10-year-old is not developed physically, And I mean, look at it. A child. It's disgusting to even think about even having, this is, that's pedo talk is what it is. Yeah, I mean, it's still pedo talk, and it's very dangerous. So I kind of worry about my cousin to where now that he's rationalizing it, that he'll actually go out and snatch up some kid from the street or so. Have I ever had numbness or tingling in my arms? Oh, yes, plenty of times before. Usually after a hard workout, or if you sleep wrong or on your side or so forth, and you cut off a little bit of the circulation, that happens. But just like Taylor Swift, you can just shake it off. Shake it off. Yeah, pedo talk. I mean, what he doesn't get is mentality is not the correct, children are not meant to, just, it's just disgusting to even think about something like that. I mean, fuck him for even considering such a disgusting type of behavior. I seriously don't get people like that. But it just goes to show just how much of his brain is practically melted. I've already disengaged on him, Lamar. And then he wanted to debate about it. I mean, literally, he wanted to debate about something like that. You can't. There's no debate whenever you're talking about disgusting things such as that. There just isn't. I wonder when these people are going to finish up all my shorts. I mean, it's never going to happen, Lamar. I'm not going to talk about no fucking kids. I mean, they're children. I mean, they're children. And the thing about it is, vegan gains is is no longer really vegan gains. He always talks about living a happy, healthy vegan life. I mean, for everything that he's done for years, is he setting a good example for a happy and healthy vegan life? Oh, you gonna smoke after this, Lamar? Well, you do your thing, man. I'm telling you. The delivery date was updated, so I won't have my new shorts in until December 23rd. So, well, that sucks. But, again, it's the Christmas season. He's been a lost cause for a very long time. I mean, he's literally just lost his mind. Incapable of rational judgment. When are we going to do cigar reviews? I've not done one in quite some time. And like I said, I've been using. I've only smoked a few fancy cigars, only at cigar bars, and I just keep regular ones at home. Oh, folks, I've been smoking outside there recently. I love the outdoor patio. I love it. I like the furniture too, although I'm trying to speak with Home Depot about a price match, and stuff. I mean, Lord knows I can't pack it away, and the couch itself isn't leather gel. It's breathable leatherette, which is not exactly what I wanted, but it's still going to be quite durable, and it's definitely sturdy, that's for sure. And it's going to be sturdy for quite some time. That sofa ain't moving nowhere. But I'll do a video on the new living room. It'll be just specific for the living room itself. I'm not going to do another full house tour because nothing's changed about the house or the office or anything. Just the living room and the outdoor patio. I've been having to train at home all this week because I've been moving in this furniture and stuff and redoing the place. But I've been definitely getting a lot of exercise. The CPNA definitely helps. And once the live stream's done, like I said, I got a job interview and then hit the gym. So I've been all over the place this week. I mean, literally, I've been all over the place. I won't lie to you. But that's the way it is sometimes. Sometimes you stay busy, and stuff. But folks, we got about 18 minutes left, so get your questions in. I don't miss Asheville one bit now that you mention it, Pugman. I mean, I moved away from Asheville because it's a liberal shithole. But I'm always going to have some love from where I grew up at, and going to Irwin and everything. There's not an inch of square space that I've not been in Asheville. I've literally walked practically all of Asheville, so I know it in and out. But I've done the same thing in Greenville. There's not many places I've gone that I've not gone in Greenville. There will never be a live stream from the gym, Corey. I'm not. You can't do live streams from my gym. It's a pretty upper crust gym. As far as a sports club is concerned, they do not allow it. They do not allow filming, and I'm not Sean G neither. If I start filming in there, they will strip away my membership, and then where am I going to go to get into the sauna or the swimming pool? It's also the only gym that does have a swimming pool in it too. Veganism Exposed has all of the videos. Now he has two separate channels. One that he ran until 3 months ago, and then he set up a new channel. That's what I don't like about Sean G. Pugman. He walks into a place and starts filming without any permission whatsoever. Without any. It's the most disrespectful type behavior that I could possibly think of, It's just disrespectful. They finally they've given me audio capabilities in my other channel. I don't get I don't get the music that I get on other ones. Let's hear one of them. Oh God, that's horrible. There's no Equinox gym here in Greenville. I go to sports club. Had a Mediterranean sandwich. Now, there's a number of ways you can describe that. A Mediterranean sandwich. So you'll have to be a little more specific, Lamar. Or better yet, was it a good sandwich? Because a lot of times you could talk about, I'm not sure. I mean, it's like gyros, for example. You can either have it with lamb, beef, or chicken. Well, that guy wouldn't have to get up. He would just get thrown out of the restaurant. Any restaurant that I go to, whether it's Roof Chris or House Chop House, they would simply throw him out. I guess it's because he's in New Jersey. Here in the South, nope, you don't film. It wouldn't matter if he asked for permission; he's not going to get it. The minute they start seeing him film, they're gonna throw him out. Lamar, I don't eat at Panera Bread. I absolutely hate Panera Bread. I think their food is just garbage. You'd be better off eating somewhere else. Trust me. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh, they definitely wouldn't allow him to film at the Swordfish. You have to have reservations anyway to get into the Swordfish. There's a big sign when you walk in the building, no filming or anything. Now, you can take pictures, and you guys have seen some of the pictures. I did a short film with the permission of the Swordfish, but these are only, if you notice, they're only snippets, and that's it. This myth I'm seeing is we started dating a couple weeks ago. Well, good. You're dating based on personality. I certainly hope you get into her draws and stuff. I worked at Taco Bell for 4 years, all through high school, Lamar. I mean, I'm not sure if they got a fryer or not, but if the fries are not fried, then and they're baked, then it's like eating a cut up baked potato. Well, MILF is usually in their 40s and 50s. I like falafels. They're pretty good. I mean, I don't eat too much Arab food or anything. I mean, I got a few Arab friends like John Bravo and everything like that, but for the most part, Muslims hate gay people. I mean, they toss them off buildings and stuff. And I mean, I definitely respect everyone's religion and everything, but that's how they are. Don't know why, but that's the way they operate. She's 46, so she's definitely a MILF. All right, folks, we got 10 minutes left, so get your questions in, and then I'm going to wash up, get the interview, get the gym and everything, and afterwards, not sure. I'm really not sure how the day's going to go. I don't know what's a gilf, Lamar. My religion is Christian. I mean, it's okay to ask my religion there. That's not something that's too personal. Grandma. Be nice, be nice. You know. You can dust the Kerbers with those grandmas, and stuff. I mean, some of them look. I mean, look at Cher. You know, a lot. She's like in her 70s and 80s, and there's a lot of people that want to tap it. You know, I mean, there's probably only powdered milk that's going to come out of it, but you know, a hole is a hole, folks. You know, just keeping it real and telling it to you like it is. You know, I'm just curious as far as to the video I just put out on the Home Business King channel. I'm sure Glenn is going to analyze that thing up and down. So, yeah. It'll give him some good stuff to copy from, I suppose, you know. And looks like I'm already hearing from some of Marco's goons according to Discord, so. But here's the thing, folks. Marco attacked me strangely on his very last live stream. So, you know, I'm going to be like Tupac, you know. Going to hit him up. Going to get him like Biggie, you know. Y'all remember the first song? First off, fuck your bitch in the click you claim. West Side on the... Call me quick with gang. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. We bust on bad boy. Niggas touch for life. Y'all know the rest of the song. Grab your Glocks when you see Tupac. Call the cops when you see Tupac. Who shot me, but you punks didn't figure. Now you're about to hear the wrath of a menace. Nigga, I hit him up. I mean, that's good there, you know. Glad you're choosing personality and you're ignoring the age. You really should ignore the age here, you know. I don't worry about that. I mean, whenever I was 25, I was dating a guy that was like 50 years old. And he kept himself in good shape. So, nothing wrong with dating, you know. Which the funny thing is now, the last boyfriend I had, he was like 22 years old. So that was a while back, but even then I was still like 41 years old, you know. McCuck doesn't have a boxing record, that guy. He doesn't have a boxing record. He's still living off that boxing match. He thinks he's a Delray misfit because he got into a boxing match with Jay Masters. He ain't a misfit. I'm not a misfit, you know. I mean, I've been around longer than Genova, but I'm not a misfit. Lamar, you would beat his ass there if you boxed him. All right, folks, we got 5 minutes left. So get your questions in. Let's get a little bit of music playing. At least for the last 5 minutes. Latino heat. Latino heat. I like this song. What do you guys think of the music? Well, Lamar, once we help you get your channel up to being monetized, you'll have access to this creator music. Folks, we gotta help Lamar get his channel up. No problem. I like your channel, Lamar. It's pretty cool. I better not do that. It looks like I'm jacking off. So I'll do the bump. Roadhouse. Roadhouse. All right, folks. That is the end of the show. I want to thank Lamar for the donations. You my dog. You my nigga. I want to thank everybody for joining me for the show. Thanks for joining me for Soul Pose Saturday. So I'm going to get dressed, get to the interview. You guys have a wonderful Sunday. Don't forget the hangover is tomorrow. It'll probably also be at 1 o'clock p.m. And as always, peace and soul.